Hey friends, how's it going? It's Richard Quo here, and I came across this really great article called The Top 10 Regrets in Life by Those About to Die. And I want to share with you this article because I think this is a really, really powerful article that might give you insight on what's really important in your life. This is an article that was based off a study done by Bronnie Ware, who did the top 5 regrets of the dying. And pretty much, she interviewed terminally ill patients or people in the nursing homes on their deathbeds and asked them, what are the greatest regrets that you have in your life? And she came up with 5. This list that I'm going to give to you has 10. And I'm using this list because I really like these 10 points. And I hope by listening to these 10 points that something will come up for you. And maybe you'll have an epiphany on your own life and redefine what's really important to you. So without further ado, let's go. Number 1 is I never pursued my dreams and aspirations. For me, I'm really glad that about a year ago, I quit my job and I started to pursue my dreams of becoming a motivational speaker, a life coach, and also do YouTube videos because, well, to be honest, I'm barely making any money right now. It's been a year, but I'm so much more happier because I have the flexibility and I feel like I'm finally living my life, and it's a beautiful thing. So that I 100% agree with. Point number 2, I work too much and never made time for my family. This is very relevant to myself when I used to work at Sony Pictures, my corporate quote unquote 9 to 5 job, which was actually longer than that. Some days I average about 12 hours a day. Some days I'd work up to 18 hours, and I just work my butt off. And work became my life. I was a young person. I was a workaholic, so I didn't mind it. But I almost fell into that trap. I almost fell into the trap of just working a job for the sake of making money. And that might have been my whole entire life unless I made a life-changing decision, which I'm so fortunate that I did. Because many people do get stuck in that, and they live the rest of their lives just working, and that's it. All right, and point number 3, I should have made more time for my friends. I also want to combine family with this because I think it's really important. I was talking with my sister recently, and she's like, "Hey, I really think that your brother, and myself should spend more time together, chatting. We've been moderately close, but we've never really had that close of a relationship, especially with my sister and myself. My brother and I have a perfectly amazing relationship." I totally agree with this. I think it's really important for us to create and make solid relationships with friends as well as family, especially our siblings, because those are the people that we're going to live with for the rest of our lives. So yeah, just something to think about, and it helps with not being lonely when we get older. Number 4, I should have said I love you a lot more. I really like this one too. I personally don't think I say I love you enough to my parents, and then especially my brother and sister, because I think that's kind of weird. But I remember that one time one time I said it to my brother and my sister. It felt weird, but I knew it was impactful, and I think I think we all get to say I love you more. Because we never know when our last day is going to be, and it's just, express that and have that connection. So with that being said, mom, dad, sister, brother, if you're watching this, I love you all. All right, number 5. I should have spoken my mind more instead of holding back and resenting things. Now, okay, yeah, I 100%, I disagree with this whole entire list, but this one, I should have spoken my mind more instead of holding back and resenting things. My whole entire life, I used to hold back my thoughts. I was a peacemaker. I didn't want to create conflict, and and that by me holding my thoughts back, it made me feel insecure. It made me feel like my thoughts didn't matter, and it really made me lack my self-esteem. So recently, I started just voicing everything, all my opinions. If I have a problem with someone, I'll let them know. And just be very confrontive, and that's really given me the confidence. That's really showed me, just like how I love other people, it's starting to show me how I can love myself because I have my own opinion. So that's, I guess, kind of my tip to you is to just start voicing your opinion. Number 6, I should have been the bigger person and resolved my conflicts. Now this is another one. This is a great one. I really like this one because I myself, I'm not a person to I'm not a drama person. I resolve all my most almost every single one of my conflicts on the spot, and because I don't want to fester, I don't want to grow, and I will tell you, like, I know for a fact, just like by seeing my life compared to other people who let conflicts grow and grow, it relieves so much stress. I mean, it's uncomfortable mentioning it up front, but when you do it, you're just like, hey, you know what? I got a problem with this. Talk about it, like civil human beings, and then resolve it on the spot. And once you do that, your life will be so much better. It will be so much more relaxed, and you'll have that burden and release on your pressure, so you could really focus on what matters to you. Number 7, I wish I had children. This is an interesting one for me because for throughout my whole entire life, I've never really wanted children, and I'm still deciding. But first of all, congratulations to my sister and my brother. I call him my brother; he's my brother-in-law, for having the first kid on both sides of the family. That happened on February 21st, 2015. So, like, what was that, 4 days ago? So just really excited about that. And them having kids made me realize, like, wow, it's pretty magical to see a new life born. And I think the power of this, even though I'm not on my deathbed right now, I think having a child is great because it really adds meaning to your life. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna have a kid, but I'm at least thinking about it now. So that's my thought on that. Let me know what you think about that one. Number 8, I should have saved more money for retirement. I am saving a little bit. I'm not super serious about this, but I hear really great things about it. And I guess the one tip I would say, if you don't know anything about investing and stuff like that, I've heard this everywhere. The greatest place to start is IRAs. Roth IRAs. Do a little research on that, and you want to invest. It's about maximum $5,000 to $5,500 each year, and the earlier you invest, the more exponentially your savings will grow. And from what I hear, it's an amazing thing. I'm not an expert on it, so if you want to share your thoughts, go ahead and share it with us. Number 9, not having the courage to live truthfully. Again, this is something that I used to do. I used to just hide everything inside of myself, and I never revealed myself. And once I made the decision to just let it go, let people know that I play video games and it's cool. I mean, I'm not right now, but I do on and off. Anyway, so just being true to myself, voicing my opinions has relieved so much stress and burden on my shoulders. And I feel so much more confident with myself, and I feel a lot more alive. So that's my tip, is to live truthfully. Stop hiding things. I think a good example is cheating on a girlfriend or boyfriend. I think we're so embarrassed to share that with the other person, like, oh, we did something wrong. And then it's going to be a burden for the rest of our lives, or until we admit it. But if we admit it, if we're being truthful up front as soon as possible, like, hey, I cheated on you or whatever, that will release that burden. That will allow you to own up to your mistake and move on with your life instead of holding it in and not being able to reach your fullest potential. Number 10, last but not least, happiness is always a choice. I wish I knew that a lot earlier. I love this one. Absolutely, absolutely love this one. This is huge. Happiness is a choice. I used to think that our circumstances are the fact that, oh, I'm not, in order to be happy, I have to be rich, I have to have this job, I have to have this hot girlfriend, I have to have this and that to be happy. But happiness is 100% internal. 100% internal. Or maybe 99%. I don't know, but it's such a high percentage. And like, even if you're homeless, you could be happy. We take so much for granted here, and I think we're so focused on money. Our culture, society tells us what happiness is. But happiness is really inside of us. It's a choice that we make every single day. Are we going to complain about washing dishes? Like, oh my goodness, I have to do this chore, and then I have to do homework, and then I have to, practice violin or whatever it is. Or are we going to say, wow, I have the privilege, I have the opportunity to wash dishes, which is a really cool thing to do because not everyone does have that. Not everyone could play violin. Not everyone gets homework. Not everyone gets this beautiful education that we get. So that right there, that is the top 10 list of regrets. Let's run through real quick one more time. Number 1, I never pursued my dreams and aspirations. 2, I worked too much and never made time for my family. 3. I should have made more time for my friends. 4. I should have said I love you a lot more. 5. I should have spoken my mind more instead of holding back and resenting things. 6. I should have been the bigger person and resolved my conflicts. 7. I wish I had children. 8. I should have saved more money for retirement. 9. Not having the courage to live truthfully. And 10. Happiness is always a choice. I wish I knew that a lot earlier. So hopefully, just by listening to this and seeing this list, hopefully you had some epiphany or some sort of moment that made me realize what's really important to you in your life, and whatever it is that you took away from it, it's beautiful because everyone's going to take something different away from this. And the last thing that says is life is what you make of it. Don't allow yourself to be plagued by regrets. A well-lived life begins today. So it's a choice, all right? Best of luck with everything, and let me know any of your thoughts. I'm really curious about the children part, the friends, what you think about friends, what you think about what else, investment, and any of the other ones. Any thoughts that you have, I'd love to hear down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this week, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Peace.